This podcast is brought to you by Odiogo.com.
Proof that crime pays. Illegal invaders break law, so government gives them cash. Who said crime does not pay? British taxpayers have coughed up a cool £50 million in the form of cash bribes to failed asylum seekers in order to persuade them to go home. The shocking abuse of taxpayer funds has been revealed in an inspection of the books of the Assisted Voluntary Returns Scheme run by the Home Office, in terms of which asylum seekers who have exhausted all avenues of appeal and are facing deportation, qualify for thousands of pounds in grants if they agree to go back to their home country voluntarily. The BNP also has a policy of voluntary reparation, but not for lawbreakers. These utterly bogus asylum seekers have crossed dozens of safe countries to get to Britain, and that in itself disqualifies them from claiming asylum in Britain. The only reason they come to this country is because they know they can parasite off the British taxpayer, and any system which actually pays them to break the law is nothing short of treasonous. Official figures released to Parliament show the scheme has cost the taxpayer more than £50 million over the past 5 years. Last year the bill topped £12 million, covering the return of just under 3,000 asylum seekers. The figures also reveal a huge rise in the size of payouts. In 2003 the average cost was £3,241. Last year it had soared to £4,235, an increase of 30%. Mark Wallace, of the Taxpayers Alliance, said, "It is deeply unfair that taxpayers foot such a large bill for what is a failure of the government to secure our borders. We should not be bribing people who are here illegally to go home, we should simply be removing them." Worse still is that the size of these payments has been going up. There is no good reason for that at a time when law-abiding taxpayers are struggling to pay their household bills. Under the terms of the scheme, failed asylum seekers are entitled to a payment of £2,500 if they agree to go home. They can also apply for grants to help build a new life at home, to start up in business and even to pay private school fees. Those returning to Iraq and Afghanistan are entitled to extra cash. Share.